Shalom. Shalom, shalom. All right, Kyle. How we gonna go ahead and kick this off? Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory be to Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakwa Dashakah. Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for the Holy Spirit to always give us utterance to do these lessons, and hopefully, in hopes that it could be deemed, it could be always deemed an effort to exhort, admonish, aka warn and edify the flock, the sheep, the lambs, and Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone of Israel, aka Yahshua, BK Yahshua. Double honors to all the hopefully elect elders out here, and apostles. Double and peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching this truth and sincerity, and truth and sincerity. All right, and peace and blessings to the faithful elect. All right, you believers out here, the hopeful elect, and the elect and 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans. All right, so jumping into this, it's pretty much going to be a continuation of a lesson we did last week, which is going into I will get them praise and fame in every land, which will be due to us being beamed up. You know what I'm saying? Being due, pretty much the biggest comeback story, known to man. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how we're going to get praise and fame in every land that we've been scattered to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be real big, and it's ultimately going to be due to us being beamed up. Real quick, we can kick it off in that, unless you got some. We can go to Jeremiah 16:16. Let's jump straight into it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's basically how we're going to get praise and fame in every land, and let's hear it to the degree. Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16, it says, behold,
the degree of that fame. Come on.
Behold, I will send for many fishers.
Jump up to 14.
Verse 14, it says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, so people all know about the great, amazing deliverance, that the children of Israel, got, by the creator of heaven and earth, whose name is Yahweh. All right, everyone knows about that, majority. Come on.
Verse 15, it says, but the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai liveth.
So the Lord saying this day is coming where people are going to quit talking about that. They're going to quit remembering that. They're going to say that the Lord, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai liveth. Come on.
That brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Man, and that's what? North America. That's going to be the new talk of the earth, the new fame. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, the history books will be, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying, but you could jump to Zephaniah 3:20, and then we can go into this. Now, how is this going to be? Obviously, through that deliverance. You know what I'm saying? That deliverance ultimately going to be us being beamed up, simply. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. Jump to Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
That's all these people. That's our people that don't believe. That's everybody that counted us out and was betting with the damn devil. You know what I'm saying? When the scriptures told you, go hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. And they're going to lose, in other words, man. It don't matter how many people on their bandwagon, just because, and they being the wicked, being actually the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, and his confederates, all right, they're going to lose, man. So don't put your money on them, but people going to do it anyway. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and 1.
And that's when this is going to happen. Come on.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled.
Yeah, see what? Pretty much, they're going to be all the people that afflicted them was all the people on the highways and byways talking shit, thinking we was just niggas. You know what I'm saying? Saying that we, you so-called blacks can't be, you know what I'm saying, Jews. Because that's a land flowing with milk and honey. Black people lactose intolerant. So you can't be the people. Crazy stuff like that. get the fuck out of my country. You know what I'm saying? The Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You lost your goddamn mind. You people was losing your goddamn mind, man. You know, if only you had knew. But you can read it one more time.
Kind of says, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Yeah.
And made no account of his labors.
Yeah, the same people that thought, you know, the AC couldn't win. Come on.
Yep. Verse 2, it says, when they see it.
See what?
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
What is the it? It's the deliverance. To the point, and it's going to be to a point, we're going to quit talking about how the Lord Yahweh delivered, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But how the Lord, people going to start saying how the Lord Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shai, because that's who's actually coming back. Yahweh Shai, he going to actually deliver us, man. That's what his name really means, man. And it's going to be so far from all these. Go and say it. You got it.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. And shall be amazed.
See, come on.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
A big black man coming back with a bunch of other big black men. Everybody going up in ships. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, we was telling y'all, we got it on. I know we personally got it on our camp sign. You know what I'm saying? We got it right at the bottom. Well, at the top, we got the shit. You know what I'm saying? With the bottom being having a, you know, the so-called white man skyline being burnt up, the Chicago skyline. All right. We told you people, man. The scripture said it. And then these people it's gonna happen, and they're gonna see it, and it's gonna be the biggest comeback in history. You know what I'm saying? The biggest upset. Let's go to Zephaniah 3:20. And to the point, and it's gonna be so crazy, it's gonna get us fame everywhere.
I'm gonna finish this off and then I'll back. It says, so far beyond all that they look for. Yeah. So I'll be back. So Zephaniah chapter 16 verse Salakia. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 20. It says, at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gathered you. So it's that time, and it's the time when Yahweh Shai returns. He says, will I bring you again? Well, we're going back, you know, to where we came from. We're going back to our land, which is Israel. We're gonna be beamed up into those ships. We're gonna be beamed up into those ships due to that amazing, you know, that amazing salvation that we're going to receive. It says, even
facts. You got it.
Even in the time that I gather you, this is what we're looking forward to. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth.
That's a rep. See, that's the new name. He said it's not long. It's because when they say the days will come where they ain't gonna say Yahweh, that's a name. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna be talked about no more. It's gonna be Yahweh's name, Yahweh Shai. You know, Yahweh's name. Yahweh got his name off of what he did, the work he put in for us in Egypt. But the work he about to put in for us this time around is gonna be in the name Yahweh Shai. It's gonna be Yahweh Bas Yahweh Shai, and it's gonna surpass what he did in Egypt. And we'll have you know what? We'll have you know that ships was involved in Egypt.
Exactly.
Because the scriptures say, and what do I mean by Egypt? I mean ancient Egypt. You know, ship chariots was there. Because it said how the Lord, he led us by a pillar by day in a pillar. Matter of fact, let's grab it real quick. You know where it's at? Please. Yeah, it said a pillar of light. You know, by day and a pillar of fire. By night. Exodus. Yep, 13 and 21.
God. This is Exodus chapter 13 and verse 21. It says, and the Lord went before them by who? And the Lord Yahweh.
There you go.
And the Lord Yahweh went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud.
See, there go that cloud. And it was in a pillar shape. I had an actual dream about a chariot that was in a pillar shape, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dang hammer winding off of another hammer. Like if you attach two hammers together at the handles and like put a screw through them to where they could just rotate off of each other. That's what I see. You know, it transformed. At first it was this one hammer, and then it unfolded, and it was like that. And it had a green emerald light at the top, and it was like metallic looking. You know what I'm saying? They was just in the ship in the sky, because we was in the sky, and they was just going crazy, you know. But you got it. That was a dream I had. You got it.
Kind.
So that's a pillar. For those who don't know what a pillar is like, you know, a pillar is a column. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Kind.
21.
Kind. And the Lord Yahweh went before them by a day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way.
See, come on.
And by night in a pillar of fire.
Now you know what's heavy about it is how you know this is what it's meaning. They tell you to you follow the North Star home.
Right.
So the stars are supposed to give you guidance home. Well, that's the same thing that sounds like it's being talked about here. So we know that the setting that is being explained is in the sky, but it ain't talking about stars, and it's really not talking about clouds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's talking about some vessel that holds things. So ain't a cloud basically a vessel that holds things? You know what I'm saying? It holds water. It holds elements. Those are things, right? You know what I'm saying? So the ships was in the sky leading us by day as in the form of a pillar. Go ahead.
Kind of by night in a pillar of fire.
In a pillar of fire. Same form, same shape, different form. You know what I'm saying? Different material, if you will, you know, elements. But yeah, that's basically that. So it tell you what the thing that has been is that what shall be. So if we had chariots then, how the hell you think we got delivered out of they were splitting the Red Sea? You know what I'm saying? Moses split the Red. It was chariots there. They ain't just pull up on the scene for the first time post walking through the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? They said the thing that has been is that what shall be. Now, if chariots was there then and they was leading us out, you know what I'm saying? But and that's because it resulted in being a historical salvation that's known about by men, and that was the and the salvation was the children of Israel being saved by the Heavenly Father and his amazing power, right? Yahweh. But this time he obviously gonna outdo it because he gonna still use the ships, but this time we're gonna get beamed up on him. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be way more. And then his son is actually gonna be revealed. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna actually fully manifest for real. You know, everybody gonna know. Ain't gonna be no more discrepancy about UFOs when we get delivered. Everybody gonna know those the vehicles of the Heavenly Father. Ain't gonna be no more cloud talk, no more UFO talk. It's gonna be all revealed. That's gonna be the difference. So that's gonna outright excel this salvation being a revealed salvation. Matter of fact, drop that Bible shot. Let's go to Revelation 11, and I want to say like 11. Actually 12.
God.
Yep.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they heard a great voice from heaven.
What book we in?
This is Revelation.
See the reveal. Come on.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up
in the sky, right? Come on, do what?
Come up hither. And they ascended upon slide up to heaven in a cloud.
There it is. The thing has been is that what shall be. You see what I'm saying? So, but the difference is, okay, the chariots was involved in Egypt leading us out. They're gonna be involved in the spiritual, ancient Egypt, right? But this time they're gonna be involved in the spiritual Egypt. It's gonna be more, and the Heavenly Father's gonna send His Son back on them, and everything gonna be revealed. Ain't gonna be no cloak. Ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is written in the book of Revelation. You got it.
All right.
You take it from top.
Kind. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
And who's the them? The children of Israel again. Go ahead.
And their enemies beheld them.
And that's going to be the so-called white man now. Just like who's compared to Pharaoh. Right? You see? And what happened to Pharaoh? He seen that salvation and was defeated by it. Come on.
Okay.
But this time it's going to be, see, and you know what's heavy about it? They was fighting on ground when we was delivered from Pharaoh.
Right.
This time it's a battle in the air.
Exactly.
You see? So it's going to be crazy. Everybody going to know it's ships in the air fighting. That's why people with the so-called white man has been trying to desensitize everybody to the reality that's about to be. by showing you movies like Independence Day, War of the Worlds. There's so many movies. You know, this galactic fight video games. You know what I'm saying?
Transformers.
Yeah. You know. Matter of fact, let's get that. We could drop that. Let's get Revelation 12 and 7.
Kai. Yep. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
Matter of fact, go to Daniel 12 and 1.
Yep. Kai. This is Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up.
So you go that same, and at that time, see that? Mm-hmm. That's what we just read that in what was that? The one you was explaining, I forget what it was.
Yes,
it's the same.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and 20. At that time.
See, there it is. So let's jump back.
Daniel chapter 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up.
Yeah, Michael, Allah, come on.
Yep.
The archangel, come on.
The great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall be a time of trouble.
And thy people being the Israelites, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. The Lord's going to send his archangel back, Michael, Allah, with Yahweh Shah, which is spoke about in 2 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, I want to say, or 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, right? And the Lord shall descend with the voice of the archangel. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's Michael, Allah, that's Michael. You got it?
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
And that's what's going to make this salvation that much more amazing, because the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, they can't be saved for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when things get worse, that they think things people have never even witnessed before is about to unfold on earth. And yet, the very people that you counted out will be the only people to be saved from it. You see what I'm saying? No matter how drastic the measures are, it's going to be very dramatic. And that's why it's going to surpass what happened in ancient Egypt. Because when you read that account, it was very dramatic. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You know what I'm saying? It was dark. It was probably like damn near dusk. That's like even, right? Yeah, dusk. It was like dusk. You know what I'm saying? A dusk sky, a dusk setting. And you got the Red Sea. And then you got these carriages, these chariots. You know what I'm saying? AKA, I'll just say carriages. And then you got the chariots. You know what I'm saying? They looking. It was crazy, man. And they so damn proud trying to fight against the Lord to where he used the elements, the spirits created for vengeance that water the gates, right? Those 4 gates, you know. He opened them up on Pharaoh ass, and it was a fight on ground. He still had chariots around, you know what I'm saying, like leaders. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, which will only make sense because since we came into this captivity, how do our people know about chariots coming forth to carry them home? And the salvation we reading about ain't happened yet. So it was always around. You know what I'm saying? Our people know. Fast forward, this is gonna just shit on. It's just gonna basically, you know, it's gonna be so far, like you said, so far than all that they so far beyond all that they look for, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing in the scriptures is really gonna convey to you how amazing this salvation is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. Slop.
Daniel chapter 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael Allah stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as
Jacob's trouble.
Such as never was since there was a nation.
See, there's people ain't never seen the things about to unfold on earth, and guess what? The very people you count out is the same people that's gonna be saved from it, man. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought so-called white man to be able to escape. It's gonna actually destroy his ass. You know, the destruction coming to him is actually our salvation, which is another reason why people gonna, you know, we're gonna become famous for this, and it's ultimately for the glory of Yahweh Shah. You can finish that.
God, it says even to that same time, And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. So everyone that shall be found written in the book.
That's the elect in 1/3. All right, so we could drop that. Let's jump back. 12 and 7. Revelation.
God is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought.
There it is.
Against the dragon.
Yep, who's the dragon? Basically, the so-called white man, the NATO and the EU, right? Which pretty much they're gonna turn on America. So you can just basically say it's just the so-called white man at this point, down there. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Fine.
But pretty much the conglomerates of Esau. You know what I'm saying? Aligned, and they're gonna try to fight Yahushua. Go ahead.
It says, and the dragon fought and his angels.
Yep. And then his angels being his messengers, the men that fly those dog fighters. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Verse 8.
He got it. Actually, my brother had mentioned it too. I had, looking into this too. Esau, if you look it up, Esau got a crew called the Blue Angels. You know what I'm saying? You got it. And they basically patrol the sky. They fight in the sky, basically. So you can't make this up, man. You got it. You can look it up. It's called the Blue Angels. You got it.
Verse 8, and prevailed not.
Yep. They're going to lose.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Yep.
And the great dragon was cast out.
Yep.
That old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Blue angels, come on. And
I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God.
So our salvation is gonna be post once they get Esau out the air, because the Lord ain't gonna have us getting beamed up. This nigga shooting at us. Right. You know what I'm saying? They gonna fight, and he gonna get his ass shot out the sky. He gonna beam us up probably. You know what I'm saying? However it goes, but that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Did you finish the verse?
A little bit more.
You got it.
And the power of his Hamashiach.
His anointed. Yep.
Yep. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
Yep. All the news reports and the propaganda, and, you know what I'm saying, slurs, and etc. Man. It's the stereotypes, the movies, the mockery, the that's called minstrel shows, all that, man. The taunts, the bywording, if you will. You know what I'm saying? All that's gonna be done, man. The jaunting, it's all gonna be done. It's over with. The Lord sat back and watched that. Now he's sitting us in order, as he said. You thought I was all together as one as thyself, and now I revealed to you I'm nothing like you. You don't even look like anybody else. You don't even look like me. You know what I'm saying? You don't even look like the rest of my creations. You know what I'm saying? You've been bamboozled. We're all so-called black men. These my kids. You see what I'm saying? And that's gonna be it, man. And then we're gonna be beamed up, and then you got this, so we can get into it. Zephaniah 3 and 20.
All right.
Yep.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 20.
Yep.
At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you.
Yep. When he get rid of Esau, revealed to his power. Yeah, these aren't stars. These are actually my vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth.
To the point, I'm going to show people that my men had it 100% right. You see what I'm saying? That was teaching this. They're going to just be remembering us. They're going to be seeing certain men go up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have certain men be martyrs, but we just, it's, because it's balanced. So it is what it is. But nonetheless, you're going to see them go up. First. That's right. That's right. That's sure right. They're going to go up first. So y'all going to see them, man. You know what I'm saying? You finished, bro?
A little bit more. You got it. It says, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes,
man,
saith the Lord.
Basically, and what's heavy about it, we're going to be delivered from paying bills, mortgages, rent, clothes, all that. We're going to, because everything, the earth was made for our sakes anyway. Let's go to Baruch real quick, 3 and 8. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to get into this. So at that point, people going to see us actually be taken away from all of that. You know what I'm saying? By something supernatural. And that's going to be the heaven. They're going to know it's the Heavenly Father. The Messiah is not an olive man. He's not a so-called white man. There's no more speculations about him being the so-called black man, which people, the majority really know. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be revealed, and that's going to be it, man. Go ahead.
This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
How? Come on.
Where thou hast scattered us.
Yep. Through the slave trade. Come on.
For a reproach and a curse.
Yep. Because it was to fulfill the prophecy. The curses was really prophecies. You see what I'm saying? Due to it, and they had to be fulfilled because it was an oath that we broke, man.
Yep.
Get it?
And to be subject to payments.
That's how we know we still in captivity. Come on.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God.
Yep, that's it, man. So that's how we know we still in captivity. You still paying bills, right? Well, you in captivity. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be delivered out of that, man. You see what I'm saying? Completely. So let's go back to that Zephaniah 3 and 20, and then we're gonna get the premier scripture. We get a few, we basically close out. We're gonna just expound on the, you know what I'm saying, in the twinkling of an eye, because that's post this beaming up, you know what I'm saying? And really the fame is gonna start before we even get changed. You know what I'm saying? But you got it.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 20. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. When I turn back your captivity.
When I do what?
When I turn back your captivity.
You see? He's gonna change. We gonna basically, when you turn something back, you changing it. It's like if you're on a radio station, you hit 6. I'll be like, and then you hit 7, and then I'll be like, wait a minute, someone's on there. Like, turn it back. That means change it back, man. You see what I'm saying? You gonna basically it's a change. Change the radio station. That's what that means, man. So really turning back is changing. Go ahead.
When I turn back your captivity.
In other words, changes from the lowest state we've been put in. Go ahead.
Your captivity before your eyes.
To our truest state. You know what I'm saying? Which is above all people. You finished it?
It says, saith the Lord.
You got it. Let's get Amos real quick. Amos 9 and let's see. Let's get 8. We can read through. To touch on some of the really the pinnacle of Jacob's trouble.
Amos chapter 9 and verse 8, it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
The same chariots we're going to be beamed into. Come on.
And I will destroy it.
We'll get our fame, but ultimately it's going to be how? He going to what?
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
In other words, telling you, and the understanding is telling you that the chariot is going to help destroy America. It ain't going to just be the nukes. The chariot is going to do it too. Go ahead.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord.
That's who's getting saved, man. Because those that's actually considered Jacob in the Lord's eyes. The so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that don't get saved, even though they're Jacob, they weren't actually Jacob. They weren't considered Jacob in the Lord's eyes. Because they say, though they be of Israel, all are not Israel. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that simple. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, keep going.
Yep, verse 9, it says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
See? Because we were scattered to all nations. When he means sift, he gonna beam us up. Only like the chariots precisely know who to go get. Like you programmed into the, you know what I'm saying? They know who to get. They know that they're gonna get you. They got you locked in on the system if you are the elect. It don't matter where you at, you getting beamed up. Period. They show you that on a movie, like a movie series, Cosmic Slop, you know, which is about the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians really being the holy people, you know, and they show you basically them living out the curses and their reality at the same time. You know what I'm saying? The truth of the matter. You got it?
It says, like as corn is sifted in the seed, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Yeah,
it don't matter who's the greatest, like the disciples are saying, who's the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. It's who's written in the book of life, man. You just want to make it. That's basically what the Lord told him. You talking about who the great? We trying to make it. Yeah, you know about the highest office, but really you want to, if you make it, that's just hang it up, man. You the first fruits, you know? As long as we make it, man. I don't even care as long as we make it. It'll be an honor to be in the highest office. Don't get me wrong, but man, I'll take making it over not making it any day. I'll be the least green. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You got it, bro. And I had a dream about that. You know, cherish about, you know, everybody's getting beamed up, and I was like, not getting beamed up. Like, ain't no way I ain't getting beamed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, obviously, the Lord, he do what he want to do. I ain't saying like that, but I just knew, I'm like, it's just something in my spirit that I'm like, man, I know I'm getting beamed. I'm like, let me reposition myself. They eventually beamed me up. You know what I'm saying? Out of the waters we was in, which represents the nations. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a video on it. If you want to see it, if somebody might be watching this, you just have to look for it. It's called, what was it called? The Most Beautiful Dream Ever, something like that. All right, but you got it, bro.
Verse 10 says, all the sinners of my people.
I think that was it. Was that it? No, that wasn't it. It's another one. It's a whole nother one. I forget what that one was called. It's a whole nother dream. Let me see something real quick. Yeah. Because, I mean, these dreams have you to know because the Lord, they literally are the Heavenly Father. The Lord said he was going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh. You know? So, yeah, I had a dream about, you know, getting beamed up, Lord willing it, you know, manifest, man. You know? And that dream, but my point of mentioning the dream, it just went on to show, like, because I wasn't getting beamed up at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just going to be ordered to beaming up for whatever reason, right? But, man, you sitting there watching everybody get beamed up, you know what I'm saying? And you there and everything. That's when you know, like, okay, it don't even matter who I am, what number, what lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, just please. Please, you want anything, you want to be a part of this, man. It's called a really precise dream. Let me see if I can put it on the comment board. I'll put it on the comment board. Oh, the brother posted it. The water, bro. I believe that's it. That's it, right, bro?
I ain't see it yet.
Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, it might be. Let me see. Yep, that's it. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Hey, that's of the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? We don't give ourselves these dreams. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. Yep. That's it. So, you know, anybody come in, check it out, you know. But anyway, you got it, bro.
This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 10. Mm-hmm. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Verse 11, in that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
See, raise up. See that? Because the tabernacle is going into the house. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's going into the body. Because really, you a tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't going to be no physical temple. It's going to be we're going to be the third temple. So when he say raise up, he going to rebuild us, really. You know what I'm saying? But it starts with him first beaming us up out of the same thing people would never, even ourselves, before we knew this truth, we would never possibly be saved from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably knew the Lord was with you, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you didn't know all the things, like, you really didn't know how the Lord got that. And all the stuff it was already written, he was going to bring upon this earth. There's things you've never considered. You may have had an inkling in the world, because, you know, some men, you know, women was like that. Some didn't have a fucking clue at all, but they still ended in the truth. You know what I'm saying? They just realized who they were, you know? But you had some people that always had an itch. That's the inkling. You know what I'm saying? Like the Apostle Elder Tahar, he always talked about that, like how he was when he was a kid growing up. He just knew, like, you know what I'm saying? You just got some spirits that's just made like that. They just know, you know what I'm saying? But it's nowhere near when you get to when you get this truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how different you were, you know? So yeah, that's it. So basically, we're gonna be rebuilt, man. We're gonna be beamed up out of this same shit that everybody would have counted us out of. No one's probably gonna think they're gonna make it out of this. When this shit start happening, then them nukes. But the Lord's gonna make it that dramatic just to show his power. He gonna make it to where he said it. It's literally said, if No flesh should be saved if he didn't make the time short, man. That's how this is about to turn up. This the cool of the day. Just listen. See? You can just feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, now let's listen again. You know it's more to this shit. You can pick up on it. You're like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture says when they say peace and safety, you got niggas sleep, you know, the most wicked niggas to ever live on the face of the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas all high for blunt. You know what I'm saying? Sleep, not knowing the angels of the Lord. They waiting the day to kill this nigga, man. They waiting to kill your ass. They waiting to make sure you position at the damn the supermarket or whatever's gonna be going on that day when the nukes hit. You know what I'm saying? You literally you wake up at 8:03 and you go wherever the hell you gonna go and you be where you need to be so the nukes can hit your wicked ass. You know what I'm saying? You got people sleep to that shit. Hey, I got Lord effed up. He's just sitting back like ain't nothing going. Come on, man. Crickets and shit. Hang it up. You got it, bro.
Man, Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
And then closing up, going into what? Because when you go in the second Ezra, the 8th chapter, the Lord is just really going into the lesson now. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. I grab it. So you can draw second Ezra's in the 8th chapter. We just get it real quick. What does it mean he's gonna seal up? You know, the breaches. It's because the scriptures say, unless he bind the man first, how can he spoil his goods? Yahweh said that, right? That's going into demon possession. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to be basically that's what scripture showing you we have breaches. Like for example, let's get Matthew 12 and 29. It says, or else how can one enter into a strong man's house? What's a strong man's house? It's temple, man. It says, and spoil his goods. What's the goods? This truth, the riches. You got this, you got bread upstairs, wine, oil. You know what I'm saying? You got the principal things of man's life. You got salt. You know what I'm saying? Now somebody that people gonna realize how principal those things are when famine hit. You see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, those are the things I'm saying that wants to be taken, and they actually are they're symbolic for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because they're that key. Now, who is these people this entity that want to take it? Is a demon. You see what I'm saying? It's Satan, it's the adversary. It's Esau, who Satan works through. He wants to take the goods out of you. He try to put demons on us through these fucking commercials, through these movies, through these shows, through the advertising, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Publications, rappers, clothing. You could be at the damn grocery store and see some wicked like advertising or something. You know? Goddamn, I remember I was in Cali, they had a damn a plum mixed with an orange. They called it like a porridge or something. It was some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, because why I say that, that's a thing, you gotta get you, Esau want to have your mind go deep off somewhere. That's demons. That's a fucking demon. Mother is all nigga tried to go way fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's a straight demon. You asking for it. You know? Anyway, it says, and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then will he spoil his house. So how he bind you, he make you a servant to sin, thinking what you want to think, which is why Esau will put something like that in the store to just get your creative juices flowing. Basically, you start thinking like shit that ain't supposed to be. And that's sin. That's a wicked imagination. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit off, man. You know? And we're going to have these thoughts, so don't let that throw you off, because we've been subject to this. I was listening to this nigga, Pharaoh, young Pharaoh, King, whatever his name is, young Pharaoh, I think the Egyptian dude that bugged out now. But he had dropped he was saying some heavy shit in this video. And And you got to be fortified to be dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Not dealing with, but you know what I'm saying? The Lord sent this into the world for a reason. So it's things you going, you know what I'm saying, acquire just in your walk, right? But anyway, he had said, damn, why the hell was I mentioning this? I forgot why the hell I was even mentioning this.
Just touching on like worldly things, ultimately saying like basically don't get thrown off ultimately because you go see or think about these things. But
oh yeah, beautiful. That's what he said. He said you can't experience things you don't know about, and I'm like, that's true.
right.
So the Esau, like certain thoughts, you would never thought about like doing some wicked shit until the so-called white man put it in front of you. You would never, because you can't experience something you never even knew about. And that's just like no one can really, if that was true, that means we can literally go into our minds and see exactly how the kingdom is going to look. But since we have no knowledge of it, we can't experience it.
Exactly.
So literally experiences it's based upon knowing. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much, you know, what you know, take what you can from it. You know, I don't want to keep going too deep in this. But nonetheless, when they say that the house of David is going to be, the breach is going to be sold up thereof, is from demons. That's the reason, which is why we just read this in Matthew, the 12th chapter, the 29th verse. Or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, basically take the truth from you? How is this possible? It will be through a demon, right? Except he first bind a strong man. The demon gets you to go off, gets you in the deep thought, gets you in the shit you ain't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Through Esau and his shenanigans, you see what I'm saying? And then will he spoil his house. And then you're able to be possessed now. You see what I'm saying? Because you're in the filthiness. That's why you got the fruitless verses and the wise verses. It say these are those that are not defiled with women. Women is synonymous with doctrines, all right, philosophies. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman just think what she want to think and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you go all the way back to the garden, that's what it's telling you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, the woman say of the woman became the beginning of sin. You see the beginning of sin. Through her, we all die. So when you start getting into all this different philosophy and stuff like that, you're not a virgin no more. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a spouse to one husband, which is you're basically made, because when you come into the truth, you start over, so you're new again, right? So now you're a virgin. You're only for the Heavenly Father. No one has touched you. But before that, you're filthy. So these, you know, but that's that. Now, we're going to be sealed up from us being subject to that, the house of David. This is 2nd Ezra in the 8th chapter. Just to prove that real quick. Let me jump there. 2nd Ezra 8. It says in 52. It says, I'm gonna start at 51. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise opened. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. It's already done. Plentiness is made ready. The abundance is everything we're gonna be abundant in is already on deck. A city is built, right? That's why Yahushua said, I go to prepare a place for you, right? It's all done. And rest is allowed in the spirit, I'll say. Because these devils, they're gonna build up our kingdom, man. These heathens. It says, and rest is allowed. That's that labor that we put, that's why we're putting in this labor. That's that rest we're trying to enter into, right? When we on our beds, Micah the 2nd chapter, it says, yeah, perfect and goodness and wisdom. You see, this is going into what? The twinkling of an eye when we're changed. Because this is a follow-up from the video we just did last week. It says the root of evil is sealed up from you. When there's where there is a breach, a seal is needed. You see, from what? For what? To stop the entities, these left-hand angels and the so-called white man, and these women from getting in. You see what I'm saying? Ever again, to where we go to hell off and end back in captivity. You see what I'm saying? And not ruling no more. So before we go on and get this kingdom, the Lord is gonna what? He's gonna seal the breaches. But that's upon what? Let's go ahead. Let me finish this. It says the root of evil, evil is sealed up from you, weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. You see, sorrows are past, and in the end eschewed the treasure of immortality. See that? So all this greatness is going to come upon what? The twinkling of an eye. Let's go there. So you got it? 15. First Corinthians 15, and we'll start at. We're just gonna get straight to the point. 51. In fact, 50. Start at 50.
God, it's 1 Corinthians chapter 50.
And then we're gonna go back to the Amos. You got it.
God, it says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God.
Yeah, come on.
Neither does corruption inherit incorruption.
So it's talking about this particular flesh and blood, right? Because we're still gonna have flesh and blood, but it's gonna be different. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Verse 51, it says, behold, I show you a mystery.
And the difference is this particular flesh and blood can die. The new flesh and blood we're gonna get is gonna be incorruptible. And why do we get it? Because iron sharpeneth iron. Things that go together are supposed to be together. You see what I'm saying? And that's what incorruptible people having an incorruptible, everlasting, kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Society, you got it.
Con. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, I show you a mystery.
Community, come on.
We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
See, so we shall not all sleep, but we shall all. So sleep going into death. So everybody not going to die to enter into this change. You see what I'm saying? Every one of our nations is not going to have to die to enter into this, right? Go ahead. But we shall all be changed. All Israel is going to be changed. The elect, those that is not found written in the book, they will be changed after they're killed and they're brought back. Their spirit is sent forth back down, into into a body that an elect member, man, will bring forth, will wield forth. You see what I'm saying? Period. And the Lord's going to send those same spirits back, and now they're going to be trained up in the proper way, and they ain't gonna be able to be wicked, even if it's just gonna be impossible for us to do. That's the breaches being sealed up. It's gonna be impossible for us to go off because you put in a body that is not subject to sin, weakness, breaches. Yeah. So even if they were, let's say, I'm just saying, let's say they, because it's heavy. I was gonna say that about the spirit, but the scripture will say what? We not gonna teach no more. For they shall all know me. So you really ain't gonna have to train your kids. You see what I'm saying? They just gonna naturally be right in a sense. There's gonna be some guidance. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it like that, but that's the scriptures. If they can't sin, like it don't even matter if I didn't teach them. Right. They're not prone to thinking off, to being possessed. They're not prone, you're not even prone to it no more, to where the nation will never fall again. So even if you wanted to, you couldn't do it. No one could teach wickedness to a Jake and get him to go off. You couldn't do it. There ain't gonna be no bribing us no more, making treaties and us falling for it, us trusting our enemies. That shit is not even it's not even possible at this point. At that point, you see, this is post once the nuclear missiles and the chariots hit America, and we're beamed up out of that, which is why we was going into that Amos the 9th chapter. And then upon that, that's when the house of David, those that's written in the book, will be raised up, right? To be what? You got it.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 52. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye.
Come on.
At the last trump.
See, going into what? Let me jump there real quick. The same one. The last trump. The last trump is what? When we beamed up. All right, because the trumpet was for what? A warning cry. I mean, a battle cry, a war. You know what I'm saying? When we go into war, and then also, I believe, when you blew it twice, was a silver trumpet, and the other trumpet, just off the top of my head, paraphrasing, one represented asking for the Lord to save us, and another one was when we go into war. You see what I'm saying? So obviously they all being blown because it said the last trump. You see what I'm saying? Which would make sense. But anyway, this is 1 Thessalonians 4, and I'm gonna start at 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive, you see, as he said, and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep, those that went on to be martyrs, went back to the spirit world and got white raiment. You know what I'm saying? It was told to rest for a little bit. But anyway, for the Lord himself shall descend, you know, all the way to the point the Lord will be sent back. So a lot of men, you know, they're gonna be killed before Yahushua even come back. And they're gonna go back and see Yahushua. See that? It says, because that's why they on post. Because if he was already gone, they'd be beamed up already. You know? But anyway, it says for the Lord, which we know is true, because Yahushua ain't sent back yet, and we got men, I think somebody else just passed in the truth. You know what I'm saying? It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. So those men that died, what they seeing Yahushua right now with white raiment on. It says they have that white raiment on because they overcame. Anyway, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel Michael, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Hamashiach shall arise first. Then we which are alive and remain together shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. You can read 52 one more time.
1 Corinthians 15 and 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound.
When we what? Go ahead.
And the dead shall be raised incorruptible.
There it is. See, same exact order. Go ahead. That's when we will be changed, because it already said it. It said in the previous verse. So that's when we'll be changed. Upon getting beamed up, but it's going to start with those that had went through the martyrdom for Yahushua. Once they're raised up, they're not going into the ship with flesh and blood, because those chariots are going to be the vehicles of the kingdom. They're incorruptible, so you can't go on them. You're corrupt. You know what I'm saying? That'll defile the chariot. So they're going to be changed in the twinkle of an eye, from that lower state, from that ailment they had in their body, from everything, from those breaches, you know what I'm saying, to where demons was ever to get in, and it's all going to be over. From that byword, you're going to be changed from all of that, because that's really what we're going into in this lesson. We're just going to get a few more scriptures and just touch on that. And then those that stay alive will be, it's written in the book of life, will be beamed up. And upon going in the air, that's when the breaches will be fixed, because they're going to be changed. Ain't going to be no more breaches. You're going to put this body off like a suit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go into that ship, and that's going to be it. And then we're going to watch the fireworks show. You know? You got it, bro.
Time. 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
Yep. Come on.
For this corruptible must put on incorruption.
Yep.
And this mortal must put on immortality.
Because everything that's of ours is incorruptible now. So in order for you to inherit it, you see what I'm saying? Which would tell you that in what, the 50th verse. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. See, what's been laid up for you can't even inherit what's yours, because it's incorruptible. So in order for you to inherit it, the Lord got to make you able to receive it. He's gonna make us incorruptible, man. You see what I'm saying? That's all the stuff we finna be dealing with. Your whip, your bit, all of that, man. Period. 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 The women got to be changed, because ain't no more you so-called black women, Latino, Native American, Indian able to be having heathens as your husbands and shit. You got to be changed because the man you're going to be dealing with now, you know what I'm saying? And the babies you're going to be bringing forth is going to be incorruptible. You couldn't do that if you're corruptible. So you got to be changed. Everything you're going to be dealing with is going to be incorruptible. Your whips and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Everything except your handmaids, you see? Which is the point we're going into. You can go ahead and finish this up, bro.
This verse 54. It says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality.
Because this is literally talking about anyone like never dying again. Is it really talking about that? Because you got fake Christians out, so-called Christians out here that don't think immortality means never dying again. But let's see.
It says, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
What is?
Death
is what?
Is swallowed up.
See?
Is in victory.
Yep. So the Israelites not going to die no more. Post being changed. Period. That's why the priesthood has been changed. Because Melchizedek didn't die. You know what I'm saying? So all those priests that's going to come forth under his order, you see what I'm saying? They're not going to die. You know? Because it tell you in Hebrews, the book of Hebrews, I want to say the 7th, the 8th, or 9th chapter, one of those chapters will tell you that how the priest would die and they'll always have to find another one.
Exactly.
That shit's not going to happen no more, man. You know what I'm saying? And why is priests going to be needed? Because the other nations got to learn. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to teach one another. You got it.
Verse 55, O death, where is thy sting? O grave.
So it's literal death. Come on, literal, hell. Come on, Sha'al. Come on.
Yep, O grave.
Or Hades in the Greek. Come on.
Where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And the strength of sin is the law.
Go ahead. And meaning what? We're not going to be stung no more because the law is going to be put in our inward parts. We're going to be sealed up, a.k.a. perfect. We're going to be breached up, sealed up. The breaches will be sealed. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, but thanks.
No weak thought will get into you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm going to eat this little bit of pork. I'm going to smoke. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do. Ain't going to be no more of that, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
But thanks be to God.
I'm going to lie. You know? Go ahead.
Which giveth us the victory through our Lord, Yahushai HaMashiach.
And that's all going to be seen. Pretty much that's going to be how it's going to go done, which is how it's going to go down, Salaki, which is why it will no longer be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel from Egypt, but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. You see what I'm saying? Because what this man is going to come do is going to be on a whole nother level, man. All right? So let's go back to the Amos 9 real quick. And this is why we're going to get fame. Because now, look at it like this. When we change and we go up into the air, what happens? We watch the nukes hit America, but you're able to be out of space now. You see what I'm saying? And if you're changed, not only is your body changed, but your reality has changed now. Yeah. Which is what this was inspired off of, because it says in the twinkle in the eye. So it just made me think, upon opening your eyes, you'll be in a whole nother new reality, man. Reality be completely different for you at that point. Why? Because you're going to be famous now. You're not going to die no more. You're going to feel different. The air going to be different because the Lord said He's going to make all things new. And we got to come down off those ships at a point. You see what I'm saying? You can go ahead and finish that. We're going to jump there real quick.
God, this Amos chapter 9 in verse 11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins.
There it is. So, and you see that? You got to read that one more time. Now, see where the Lord is differentiating in this. Go ahead.
Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
He's going to raise up the tabernacle of David. Now, what's the tabernacle going to be? The third tabernacle, aka the third temple, is these bodies, us, right? So he's literally meaning he's going to raise those up to a new estate, ultimately to the chips to be, put in that new estate. Because you're going to be changed. No one's going to be able to charge you for fucking rent no more. You're a god. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Come on.
A damn Edomite or a Chinese man, so-called Moabite, Japanese, ain't going to be able to look at you and hire you no more. Have you working in the back. Have you working for damn Enterprise or some shit with a suit on. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going to be impossible now. So the reality would have been changed. So the Lord said he's going to raise up the tabernacle of David, literally meaning onto the ships so you can be put back, raised back up to your true estate, man, which is above all people. And it's going to be able to be so because you will have been changed. Just off of that, your reality going to change, man. Come on.
God, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
You will be made into an undeniable force. And then when people come back down, when you come back down, people they're gonna see you and want to do for you. Your whole life is over with now. Like I remember I heard that back a while ago in the world. People were saying how Jay-Z, he could just walk around with no money and just walk into places, and they serve him and everything. He don't even need money in certain countries. Some stuff like that. That's how we gonna be. How much more? They don't even compare to this, man. He ain't no God, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Jehovah.
It says that it's fallen. And
he a God, he gonna die like a man. You got it?
Yep. And close up the breaches thereof.
Mm-hmm. So there it is. So he's gonna change this, fix it. Go ahead. Now watch this.
And
come on.
And I will raise up his ruins.
Now that's actually talking about where we live at. See that? That's what that's gonna be when he gonna fix that post us coming down off the ships, and the heathens gonna do it, man, and they gonna want to do it. So in the twinkling of an eye, when you in that new body, next time you open your eyes, you coming down off a ship, and the crowd awaiting you. You see what I'm saying? To serve you and give you all of that fame, man. Did you finish that, bro? There we go. We're gonna go ahead and move on.
A little bit more. And will build it as in the days of old.
See? In the days of old, Israel was inhabitable for us. You see what I'm saying? Because the new kingdom is going to be off the chain. This is going to be post. If you can go to Revelation 21, you can drop the Amos. Revelation 21, and we're gonna get a few more Revelation. Actually, 21 and 1. You was actually started at 1, Bible shop.
This Revelation chapter 21 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
See, everything gonna be renewed. You see what I'm saying? Everything. The Lord actually says that. He said he make verse 5, and he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. All things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. He's going to have to, man. So next time you open your body, it's going to be new air, new water, new trees. Your vision is going to be, your eyesight is going to be off the chain. And then the stuff you're looking at is going to be renewed. So it's just going to be crazy, man. You know, you're going to be in a whole new reality in the twinkle of an eye. Go ahead.
Start on where I was at. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God.
Now, who is that new holy city? Read it one more time.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
Now, is that the literal city? No, that's us. This is Isaiah 60 and 11. It says what? It says 60 and 14, Salaki. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come, bending unto thee, because we've changed now, and all that despise thee shall bow down shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. You ain't gonna tell them to bow down. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. You see that? So that's the city. That's us coming down. We're gonna be it's gonna be we was the city always, but we're gonna be it says it's the new city. Yeah, the new Jerusalem, you know, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, because why? We will have been made new. As he said, he's gonna make all things new. Come on.
Time. Revelation chapter 21 and verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God.
Yep, that's post going up to be, you know, kept from all the havoc. The Lord gonna reach down here, us to watch it, see the reward of the enemies, our enemies. You see what I'm saying? And before we watch it on the ships, we got to be changed to go into them. And that's gonna be like, man, how it was be chilling in the skyboxes at the games. That's gonna be the first, level of that type of lifestyle. But this is on a level that won't even come to your mind. The views. Drake got the song about views and shit. That's just gonna be crazy. You want to be a part of this, man. Lord willing, we a part of this. You got it, bro.
God, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Meaning what? You've been groomed to rule now. When you watch the movie Coming to America, they show you the woman who was literally groomed from birth to serve her husband that she would one day have. She said, I don't even know, I always been groomed for you, or something she said. You know? Why do you think they made another one? And we at the end of the last days. Coming to America too. I ain't even seen that one yet. Heard it's like, some folly, but nonetheless, that's this. What it means by adorn. Matter of fact, let's get that word adorn, because that goes into what we're dealing with. You know. I got you. Yeah, that's heavy. I ain't remember this being a word. They say what? When you go into that word adorn, the word there is cosmeo, like cosmetic, or the cosmos.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Strong's G 2885, Cosmeo.
So Cosmeo, it says to put in order.
See? He said, I'm going to set them in order before thine eyes. Because remember, when we get beamed up, he's going to say, come up hither, and our enemy's going to see us. They're going to look up, and they're going to see us get put in order. The order that he's going to put us in is going to be when we get changed. You see what I'm saying? To go into the chariots, have a crazy view at the, you know what I'm saying? The last annual cookout of Lord's, you know what I'm saying? Where he burned America, you know what I'm saying? Like a pit. And then he sent us back down to what? To rule, man. Because we've been put in order, you know? We've been basically immersed in the word. The word is what? Order, man. You know what I'm saying? Do all things decently in order. The order is this word, man. You see? So we've been put in order. We've been put into the order of the new world, man. Which Esau think he's going to know. It's going to be our new world order, you know? Jake world order, man. You got it?
Time. Arrange.
Yep. See? Come on.
Make ready.
See?
Prepare.
See? For what we're going to come back down to. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to be off the hook. And remind you, this is in the twinkling of the eye. So the next time you open, once you change, the next time you open your eyes, your reality is different now. You see what I'm saying? You got it.
Metaphorically, to embellish with honor.
See?
To gain honor.
The Lord, and which is why, John seen us as stones coming down, and you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. It was, just a raid, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back. Because you got to think, if the elect aren't going to be going up, right? The elect is the priests. What do the priests wear? They wear that ephod. You know what I'm saying? With the stones. See that? But the Lord gonna make us look like a stone. Because remember, John said he looked like a stone. Yahweh looked like the perfect jasper, carnelian stone, man. You know what I'm saying? Which embodies all the complexions of Israel, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because he said his heritage is unto him like a speckled bird. When you look at a carnelian stone, it's speckled. It's got different hues of browns all throughout it. You know, like literally. You know, it's crazy. Your darkest brown and your ruddy undertone. You know what I'm saying? Like a yellow. You know what I'm saying? Lighter. You know what I'm saying? And all those are what hues of brown. See that? So he said, I seen one sit upon a throne, and he like So that's basically, and then we're gonna be shining, because the stone's gonna be made new. So it's just gonna be crazy, man. Next time you look at your skin, you're gonna be like, So that's bad, man. All right. So when we come down, let's go ahead and jump to Isaiah 60. We're gonna close out. Because we've been put in order to what? To rule. All right. Isaiah 60, and you can start at 1, unless you had some.
Nah.
You got it. 60 and 1.
Okay. This Isaiah chapter 60, in verse 1, it says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth."
Yeah, when we go up, ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really the main point of when we arise. You know what I'm saying? That's the pinnacle of our rising. Go ahead.
God, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
And really, initially, it's talking about us, what rising and departing, because it's not our rest. We understand that, and we're supposed to shine, meaning now that we have this word, bring it out, because it's going to get real dark. That's what it's initially going to. But go ahead.
God, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
That's right.
And gross darkness the people.
Yeah, that's why we're going to have to arise and shine in the midst of a perverse and crooked nation, among whom ye shine as lights. But ultimately, we're not really shining until we go up in those ships. You see what I'm saying? Because right now we shining, ain't nobody giving us the fame for real. Like, we famous, but we more so notorious than famous.
Yeah.
You got it.
It says, "But the Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee."
Yep. You got it.
Verse 3, it says, "And the Gentiles shall come to thy light."
See?
"And kings to the brightness of thy rising."
Yep. And that's what? When the Lord raised the rising, going into what? Now, once the tabernacles of David has been raised back up, man, brought back to their true estates, was only going to be able to be once we're changed. We can't even hit our true estate once we change. It's been said we don't even really look like Israelites no more. I mean, you look. He said Ephraim mixed itself amongst the people. That's why everybody, you got Israelites looking like Edomites. If your heavenly Father, right, is a so-called black man, unless you albino, how you look like a so-called white boy? You see what I'm saying? So you so-called Latinos, that be claiming that Spaniard mess, but you really ain't even a Spaniard, but you just look like a so-called Spaniard. Well, if you an Israelite, your heavenly Father so-called black man. So you know what that makes you? You so-called black man. You see that? So all the tribes black, if you will, so-called. Now you just got that one brother that looked the most like your dad. You see what I'm saying? That's Judah. You know how that be? Like Steph Curry and Wardale. Well, that's his name, but Steph Curry and Dale Curry. Dale look just like their dad. Steph don't really look like their dad. He like their mom. That's really the situation. Because really, Judah is a basically damn near a spitting image of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't that we the so-called black people and y'all not. The Heavenly Father so-called black man. That's your father. So you know what I'm saying? So my point is, we can't even hit our true estate until we change for so many reasons. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to be upon being changed, but you got it, bro.
God, this is Isaiah 60 and verse 3. "And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising."
Yeah, kings. Kings going to come to us because we ain't on the level. And this is what? Once you come down and you're going to open your eyes to all this. Come on. It's going to tell you, come on.
Verse 4 says, lift up thine eyes round about.
See?
And see.
Open your eyes. You can see now. You got new eyesight. The smell, we was talking about it. Like we said, this thing's going to smell different. You're going to see somebody far away. You're going to see heathens waving at you on, different islands or whatever. You know what I'm saying? From far. Watch this.
Man.
You're going to see ships coming in. Come on.
Verse 4, lift up thine eyes round about and see.
Uh-huh.
All they gather themselves together.
Because you might be one of the first to come down off the ship. Go ahead.
They come to thee.
Uh-huh. Everybody going to come together. All these heathens going to come together to you. Come on.
Thy son shall come from far.
That's that fame playing out now. You knew you arrayed. Imagine the fabrics you got on. You glowing. You got stones on bigger. You got a stone bigger than your head, man. You know what I'm saying? Dang near on. Because the height going to be renewed. Everything. We was talking about that by the Spirit. Like, if Yahushua going to be tall, we're going to be changing his image. Yahushua make the tallest Israelite on earth make like a baby right now, which would be like Shaq, right? Reportedly. Just off top, right? Let's just say Shaq the tallest. They say Yahushua so tall, he's hovering over everybody. Even though Shaq not on that, he's not a part of that number.
Right.
But it's 144,000. Somebody of that number got to be, probably might be, they're going to have some height, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying about the Spirit, our women probably gonna be at the shortest height, probably like 6 feet. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be natural for an Israelite man to probably be like 7 foot, 8 foot. You know what I'm saying? That makes a lot of sense. Cause Slaki, you gonna say something?
No, I'm just agreeing.
Because it's something about, if you don't hung out, like I used to hang out with a lot of dudes that used to hoop. It's something about when you got height. It's something like real, like celebrity-ish, if you will.
No, it is. Like,
you just look like somebody. Remember D?
Yeah.
His ass, I remember we was downtown, his ass was he had that, it's like a different, I don't know, it's something weird, man. Like when you like 6, 8, 7 foot, you treat it different.
Yeah, off top.
You got it, bro.
It's like that videos you watching on YouTube and guys going down to Mexico. The hoop.
I was just thinking that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was all 6'4" and
yeah, hooping squad. They all talk. Ones looking at them like they celebrities, and they just leave them from here, but they just treat it like a so-called black man. They go somewhere where they not really like relished like that. They look like they some elites, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
And the Lord, he just hold us. He made the men short. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no short guys. You know what I'm saying? It's, so just imagine women, the average, as tall as Israelite, short as Israelite, man will probably be like 7, 8 feet maybe. And then our women gonna be like 6 feet, which makes sense because, they'll be too superior for anybody to even try to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Type job. You just never know, man. Because you got lions that's like 11 feet tall. African lions like 11 foot tall, like 11 foot. So Yahushua, those gonna be our cats and animals. Those gonna like our cats. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there, man. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 4: lift up thine eyes round about and see. Yeah. All they gather themselves together. They come to see thee.
Yep.
So like they come to thee.
Yep.
Thy son shall come from far.
And you're gonna be able to see ships coming in. You're gonna open your, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're
gonna be glistening and just, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. Your thoughts gonna be pure. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be beautiful. Ain't nobody hating on us no more. Because the only reason they hating on us because the Lord made these people haters. Come on.
And thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side.
Uh-huh.
Then shalt thou see.
Yeah, your daughter's gonna be getting arrayed. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's gonna be crazy, man. You're gonna have handmaids. Your daughter's hair gonna be at her foot. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be levitating off the ground. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 5 says, then shalt thou see and float together.
Watch this.
And thine heart shall fear and be enlarged.
So you're gonna be basically overwhelmed by all the fame that's coming upon you, man. This is upon opening your eyes, that twinkling of an eye, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be overwhelmed with all this stuff. Come on.
Because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
Yeah, the abundance, all the stuff that these people got is going to be converted unto us. And and primarily the elites, they got everything, which is why I say right here, this is Job 27 and 16. Though he heap up, you see, silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. You see that? So that's that, man. I got one more, I believe. This is Job 20, and it say what? It says Job 20 and 15. He has swallowed down riches. He shall vomit them up again. You see that? God shall cast them. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. You see that? So the Lord is gonna, he's just allowing him to take all of this stuff down. He gonna give it to us. He shall suck the poison of the asp. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. Woo. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore. You see that? And shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. And he shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not. You see? Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. You see? Yeah, I'm going to put so much. Yeah, I'm going to fly to Paris. We're going to put up some gold. He ain't going to be able to do none of that no more, because it's all going to be turned over to us. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods, because we're going to have it all, man. You ain't going to expect nobody else to have nothing. In the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You see? And when he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You see? So that's it, man. So they building right now just to give us everything, man. So the restitution going to be according to what these people got, man. That's what's going to be, given back to us. You got it. And it's going to be overwhelming, man. You're going to open your eyes to all this. You're going to, we close on this. You got it.
Yeah, Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 5 continue. It said, select verse 60 and verse 5, the water. It says, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
It's going to happen. Come on.
The forces of the Gentiles.
See, converted, take it from one people to it, change it. You see it change. It's locking.
It says, the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee.
Ooh, man. Go ahead, bro.
The multitude of camels shall cover thee.
Yep.
The dromedaries of Median and Ephah.
Yeah, you got rare camels. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
All they from Sheba shall come.
And what the queen of Sheba do? She gave us all type of riches and spices and gold and stones, and just to what? Hear Solomon's wisdom. Well, Solomon was Yahweh Shai, and that's basically was a foreshadow of what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like, man. That was an appetizer, if you will. But guess what? That don't even, like, the reality of how the kingdom actually going to be, you can't even truly even see it in that, because it said, I have not seen, ear have not heard the things which is prepared for them. You know what I'm saying? But that was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got it, bro.
God, it says all they from Sheba.
He said, even if this was a glimpse in, like, this still wouldn't be it. Man. That still wouldn't be it. You got it, bro.
Man, all day from Sheba shall come.
And remember, Sheba, the queen of Sheba was a queen.
Exactly.
You know, you got it.
Yeah. It says they shall bring gold and incense.
Ooh.
And they shall shoot forth the praises of the Lord.
I know, I'm stacked up on the incense, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real incense. Because a lot of these incense you burn, they ain't even real, man. You know, they like chemicals and stuff. You know, you got it.
All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee.
Yep.
The rams of Naboth
we end on this.
shall minister unto thee. So they shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory.
You see? We're going to be glorified. He's going to glorify. It's so many scriptures you can get into. We'll be here all night. You know what I'm saying? We might do a part 2 to this. You know what I'm saying? Something. But yeah, man. Upon opening your eyes, what you gonna see, man? The daughters of the filth of the daughters of Zion washed away. Ain't gonna be none of that, man. You know, it's gonna be all love. You imagine seeing another brother. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So let's see what we got here. Okay, kind of. Yeah, beautiful. Jeremiah 31 and 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house. Yep, that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord Yahweh. Bashim Yahushai. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. See that? So that's it, man. We gonna reign forever and ever and ever. So upon opening your eyes, these are things you're gonna see, man. You know what I'm saying? That fame is hey, you know, Lord willing, the elect and 1/3, you know, whoever they may be, you know, it's gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared. All right, you got something? All right, so with that, we close out. We give our honor to the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakadash Shakah.
Yahweh Shai, for the Holy Spirit. To this time, shalom.